So today I decided to do a little bit of grid work with Bella. So this was the exercise that I'd set up. I thought I'd just keep it nice and simple for her. So the grid itself is set up with a cross pole and a placing pole in front of that, set up about 2.5 steps away from the jump itself. And then there is 3 strides between the cross pole and the tiny upright at the end. So I set 15 of my steps between the cross pole and the upright. The little white upright has placing poles either side, set up 2.5 steps apart. This is literally her third time jumping with me. As you can see, she's still really green, quite wiggly. The minute you start asking her to do something that's like a bit different to what she's normally doing, she immediately just reverts back to old habits, which is like chucking her head in the air and being really quite wiggly. So when I'm riding at the moment, I'm just having to really try and ride her between my hand and leg as much as possible. So I still try to ride with my hands quite wide when she kind of reverts back to this really baby state, and just keep my legs on as much as possible, just to kind of channel her between my leg and hand. So you'll see with this one, when she comes into it, she knocks it, and it's just because the placing pole in front of the jump is very slightly too short. Like it was about half a step out compared to what was on the other side. So it just shows you just how important and subtle striding inconsistencies can be when the horse is as green as Bella is.
Yeah, excellent launch.
So that initial exercise that I did, just jumping off each rein, making her look down before and after the fence, so she's thinking about where she's putting her feet, that was literally just to get both of our eyes back into jumping again. And then because that went quite well and she jumped it quite nicely, I just wanted to bash on and just carry on with the rest of the session. With Bella, you've got such a finite resource in terms of her concentration, so you literally just have to push on the minute that you have achieved one thing that you want to do. Quick reward, give her a pat, let her have a breather, let her stretch, and then immediately just start asking the next thing of her. Another thing that I wanted to take away from today was just having her feel confident and comfortable enough to canter away from a fence. Her canter work has come on a lot in the last couple of weeks. It has finally slowed down, and she started to get a bit more soft and supple. So it was nice to see that carried forward into what we were doing today.
That's better.
So I found the V-poles really useful today because they just really helped to channel her into the next fence. It just kind of kept her eye on the next question after she jumped the first element of the grid. I think the reason that she knocked that cross pole right at the start was just because she was busy thinking about the spread that was coming next. So by this point, she's made a couple of mistakes because she's knocked a couple of things. And you can see the anxiety of making mistakes and or knocking things and or not quite understanding what is going on is causing the head action to come back a lot more, which is obviously so useful when you're coming into a spread and she does something like that and just completely trashes it. Partly I think it was because by this point the striding was slightly off. So when a horse jumps a spread, they tend to get slightly closer to the actual fence because they are having to kind of jump further, so they get closer to the fence than they would if it was upright. And so it was also my fault, I didn't take that into account when I was striding it, so it wasn't quite 100% on, but obviously a more experienced horse would have been able to deal with that inconsistency in the striding. But to be honest, it was entirely my fault that I didn't think ahead to fix that for her, so it's Bella. So after she crashed that, then what we did was we just took it back a couple of steps, made it simple, made her find her feet again, and then we reintroduced the kind of the bigger jump at the end. So after a few hairy moments, like you just saw, I was probably not riding my best, but she gets an absolutely beautiful stride into it here. I'm just kicking myself that I don't look better because I look like I'm getting left behind. But I was really happy with how she jumped that last. She found a really perfect stride into it. And I was really happy with that note that we ended on.
Oh, wow, that was nice.
So take home messages from this: make sure your striding's correct. Use poles to help the straightness. Keep your hands wide but soft, and then keep your legs on to channel your horse into straightness. and always try to keep yourself mentally one step ahead. So hopefully you found that useful today. I will be making more videos in the very near future now that I have a functional movie editor on my laptop. So please hit subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you soon. Bye!